Hey there, everybody. What is up? What is going on here today? It is I, Azure, and welcome to my showcase here featuring Mayor Pauline of New Donk City from Super Mario Odyssey. If you guys like what you see from this video here showcasing the mayor herself in all her glory and judicial might, then be sure to hit that like button down below and also comment on your favorite moment from this Mario-themed Rivals Workshop showcase here, guys. And if you like what you see also as well then, and really want to check out what Pauline's made of, and capable of here in battle, then be sure to head down below to the good old trusty description box to be redirected then to the Steam Workshop page, so that way you too can try out Pauline here with all of her amazing abilities at your disposal for yourself. So then as we go through here first up and get her movement out of the way, she has a very interesting gimmick here, that being her ability to float in midair. If you hold down the jump button, she can float in both horizontal directions here, as long as you have the button for that held down. But take note though, it does not last forever, so keep that in mind when using this ability here. But also she of course still retains her normal jumping as well. So with all that being said, why don't we go ahead and get her physical attacks here showcased and really see what she can do. So as you guys clearly see here, Pauline is not one to mess around, especially when she's being forced to take off the gloves here and really show what she's, well, got going on. So it's really something here to have this character not only be playable, but also have her own unique moveset on top of that. Really helps to flesh her out here and the whole Mario Odyssey experience here, if it were. So I, for one, am really excited to finally be able to have the chance to try out Pauline. And just going over her moves here and all of her neutral specials and whatnot, she is just absolutely taking the cake here and absolutely beating the ever-loving stuffing out of Princess Peach. You know, it kind of seems like it was a long time coming and all, so Pauline's getting her just desserts here, you could say. Since she's not taking it all too kindly for anyone else to be messing around with Mario after all these decades in the spotlight. But Pauline's other gimmick here is also her ability to not only float in midair, but also to summon the Mario minis. But not just Mario himself, oh no. A few other notable Nintendo characters are also utilized for this move as well, and are randomly summoned here by Pauline in the middle of combat to dish out damage with different effects. So there's a few different ones to choose from here, and even though, like I said, they are random, it really helps to add a lot of flavor here to her moveset and help her stand out from the rest of the other fellow Mario related characters. So with all that in mind though, guys, why don't we jump now into our first battle featuring Pauline and see just what this mayor of New Donk City is fully capable of. So then, let's go. Alrighty now everyone, here we are back now with Pauline as we're about to get our first official battle with her underway to see who's really the true mayor of New Donk City. Will one of the other fellow Mushroom Kingdom residents take the crown and public office? That's what we're about to find out here today. As we go ahead and square up against not just Toadette, but also Bowsette, that being the fan-made Nintendo character, and also of course Princess Peach as well for good measure here. In a true battle here of not just wits, but also of brawn. So let's see what Pauline's really made of here. It's also worth noting that her up recovery with the umbrella actually also does damage if that comes in contact with any kind of enemies while floating down from the top of the screen there. So that's also something I like that's really, really interesting. It's a nice little effect. So far we're doing pretty well. I mean, at over 100% here, we can easily be knocked out at any given time, but we have to try and keep our wits here and try and stay on the stage as long as we can, because our other opponents here are not holding back at all. They have no chill. I think our main problem here is going to be Toadette though, out of all three of them, because yeah, Toadette's one special move allowing her to summon the car from Mario Kart, that's going to be a real problem. A real issue here for us to try and solve. But so far, we're doing pretty darn well. We just have to make it back on the stage. Whew, close one. Yeah, now we're really picking up some steam here. Let's go, Pauline, and teach these other opponents here a lesson. That you don't mess around with the mayor of New Donk City. That was not cool, Peach. What the heck was that all about? Alright, finally getting somewhere. Picking up some much needed momentum. And the hits just keep coming here. From all sides. As our opponents are not letting up here. When it comes to unleashing their full strength and power. Also, guys, if you're interested, this stage will also be included here, along with Pauline, down in the description box as well. For anyone who's curious about it and wants to try it out, for another Bowser-themed stage here to fight on and duke it out. This one I find really, really interesting. Just the whole background here, being illuminated by the torches of King Bowser. It's all rather touching. Really helps to set the mood here and the theme for this epic grand battle. Sorry about that, Toadette, but you were just simply slowing us down. Yeah, I'd say so far so good though. We just have to try and not fall off the map. And we barely stuck the landing. Another touch here I also really enjoy about this level is the fact that anytime any opponent, no matter who it might be, is KO'd, every single time we hear Bowser laugh. I just think that's a very simple but very nice touch as well. Just really adds to the whole overall atmosphere here. The whole dark, foreboding sense of dread that Bowser could literally appear out of any corner. But yeah, so far, let's keep this up, Pauline. We almost have our first win in the bag. Yeah, I told you guys, that car with Toadette is really a problem. That's a very, very big problem. But not today. Yeah, you like that? Let's wrap this battle up. And show you who's boss, Toadette. Alright, and that is game. Lights out for you, Toadette. For Mayor Pauline is officially back. Back in office, that is. And guys, that'll just about do it here for our first win featuring Pauline. That battle was certainly something, though, as I really had to adapt and try and use all of her abilities to my advantage to try and pull one over on our opponents there and take the win at the very last few minutes here. Why don't we get our second battle now featuring Mayor Pauline here, all set up and ready to go. As we try and go for our second win here to continue on and keep Pauline's winning streak going. So then, away we go. Let's do it. So this time I thought it'd be fun to switch things up a tad and not just change the stage that we're fighting against on, but also one of our other opponents as well, that being Kamek the Magic Koopa from Super Mario. And then for anybody that's also interested in trying out Kamek, as well as Bowsette, and really any of the characters here that you guys see, they will all be included down below, along with these stages in addition in the description box. So just to keep an eye out for that, if you guys want to try out these other stages as well that I found, that really just tie all this together that much more, and really make this showcase a lot more exciting. I know I usually try and switch up the stages here with what I fight on for the character I'm showcasing specifically, but I really want to try and keep the theme as close as I can here to the original source material for these workshop fighters here. Since, you know, the original stages here in Rivals of Aether are fun and all that, but at the end of the day, it's just nice to have that little bit extra, you know, that little icing on top of the cake, so to speak. So then as we go ahead now, and we really get into the middle part here of the second fight, this is just absolutely chaos incarnate with Kamek. Yet he is one character I was not expecting to ever see make it onto the workshop from the Mario series at all, but he is an absolute tyrant, an absolute monster, you know, a true menace in this. And he's taking names. You know, and if it's anything to anybody here, perhaps I could do a showcase on him as well at some point here. Maybe perhaps later this month, if you guys are interested in that, but if not, it was at least fun to fight against him and see what his magic is truly able to do here in battle against other characters from the Mario universe. Come on, Pauline, let's keep this up. It's not over yet. And look at that again, and look at that. Now again here at the end of this fight, it's just us and Toadette. What do you know? It won't be for long. We have to be careful though of that go-kart of hers. That is one very deadly attack. Here you go, Toadette. Face the might of our minis. There she goes again with that cart. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. It's time for us to take her out. Bring it on, Toadette. Let's finish this battle. Oh man, almost at her right there. So close and yet so far. Come on, we're almost there. Just a little bit more damage and she's done. What? Are you kidding me? Wow, Toadette really pulling over on us there. Right at the end, too, of that battle, guys. For what it's worth, though, that was still a very enjoyable time with Pauline. Trying to be more versatile with how we utilize her moves. And to also just, well, get a better handle on how we can try and outsmart our opponents here. And show them the true power and might of the mayor of New Donk City. So then, let's keep this momentum up, though. And start our third battle now, featuring Pauline. It's not over yet. Oh no, this is far from over. Now we have a score to settle with Toadette. And we are going to redeem ourselves here. And Pauline. Yeah, we just have to stay clear of that go-kart of Toadette, and I think we should be pretty much fine. Aside from that, though, Princess Peach really isn't that much of a threat here, in my opinion. Compared to Toadette, and that go-kart of hers being an absolute, you know, problematic item on the battlefield, I think otherwise we're fine. Yeah, so far we're doing pretty darn good. We just have to keep this up, though, and try and keep our cool. With 2 more lives to go, though, I think we should be fine. Just fine. Aw, man. Almost got a 2-for-1 deal right there. You know, those are always so nice to get in this game. When you line up your combos or even your special moves just right at the right timing, and then you dispatch 2 enemies in one go, and either they fly off in the same direction or one goes in one direction and the other goes in the opposing one, that always is just so gratifying and so incredibly fun to get. It's one of the reasons I love this game a lot. Even despite its age here, this game still has a lot of charm to it. And in my opinion, that will probably most likely never fade. It's just got that whole nice aesthetic to it. Speaking of, though, let's keep this up, Pauline. Let's keep up this winning aesthetic here. But with only one more life, though, this is going to be tricky. Incredibly tricky. Come on, Pauline. Let's keep these opponents on the ropes. Yeah, let's show them how powerful our minis are here. And what they can all truly do with their unique variety to mix up our opponents and throw them off their game. But now though, it's just us, Toadette, and Princess Peach. Who will come out on top? Who will be crowned victorious? That's what we're about to find out, guys. Yeah, this is going to be definitely a close one here. Almost had Toadette. Come on, Pauline, we're almost there. Aw, oh, man. Darn it, we lost that one. But now who is going to win, though? Is it going to be Toadette or Princess Peach? That's what we're about to see here, guys. That's what we're about to find out. Yeah, I don't really know for sure, though, which one of these two opponents here from the Mario universe will be the ones to be victorious this time around. But we're definitely doing another battle with Pauline. That's for certain. Pauline deserves justice here. And I would try my best to make sure of that by the end of this showcase, when everything is said and done. But right now, though, it's a matter of between Toadette and Princess Peach. Which one will be the ultimate champion here between the two of them? See, this is so close. If at any time one of them sidesteps wrong or parries at the wrong opportunity, that's just going to be game then. That's going to be it. Ooh. Yeah, this is so close, guys. This is so incredibly close. Which one of them is going to win? Ooh, that one looks like it hurt. And Toadette wins once again. Earning her second win here. Wow, yeah, that's gotta stop. We're gonna have to put a full stop on that, just because she's becoming too powerful now for her own good. So yeah, Toadette, it's been nice, it's been real, but we're about to take those wins of yours back and show you what for. So then, let's go ahead here now, guys, and get our next battle featuring Pauline all set up and underway. Now we've got a real bone to pick with Toadette. Yeah, this time we're doing pretty well. I think a lot better overall, especially compared to our first battle here with Pauline, guys, let's be honest, because I was really not the greatest there. But hey, I'm really just trying to have fun here and really see how many unique combos I can try and find out here with each character I try to showcase. But yeah, this time hopefully we'll get the win and really put Toadette here back in her place and really show her who's boss. Because Mayor Pauline is taking names. And that's what I'm talking about. You go, Pauline. See, now we're really kicking things up a notch here. We have to be careful, though, about Kamek and his magic. That's going to be an also problem here. That's also going to be a problem here as well. Besides Toadette, Not so much Princess Peach, but mainly Toadette then. Besides Kamek. Alright, Pauline, let's keep this going. We're almost there. Just a little bit more, just a few more combos here. If we can set up our opponents just right, then this battle will be in the bag. Toadette, that was just straight up mean. How incredibly disrespectful. That's it. Now we're really going to teach you who's boss. You and Kamek, for that matter. Alright, there we go. Now it's just... Now then, it's just us and Toadette. We've got a score to settle. Bring it on. Fooled you, Toadette. Guess you weren't expecting that, huh? Alright then, it's time to get this battle officially in the books. Where you going, Toadette? You afraid of our minis and their incredibly mighty abilities? I guess they have you seeing stars. Superstars, that is. Alright guys, let's really wrap this battle up though, for real. And that is game. Alright, this is a pretty good start here to redeeming MORE Pauline, since no one's about to mess around and take New Donk City from her. At least not while she has anything to still say about it. So then, why don't we keep this up here and get our next battle here featuring Pauline officially underway. So then, I think this time for our stage of choice, why don't we go back here to the newer version of Bowser's Castle from the Super Mario franchise. And away we go. Okay guys, I think this time around here, we're really going to show our opponents, each and every one, just who is exactly the boss here when it comes to messing with MORE Pauline, and her city for that matter. Not exactly the wisest move to do, under any circumstances. But yeah, why don't we unleash our minis here and show them what they're truly capable of. Since, like I said at the beginning of this showcase, each one has their own unique, specific effect here, which I find incredibly useful here and really helps to shake up not just our game plan, but also our strategy here in general when it comes to trying to outsmart our opponents here. It really does help, though, to have the minis along for the ride here with MORE Pauline. It just really helps to make her that much more distinct and unique. And plus, like I said, it's always a good strategy here to really just throw our opponents off their game and set them up for some really, truly interesting combo potential. Now then, where were we? And Kamek barely makes it back on the stage right there. Talk about a close shave. Yeah, I think besides really Kamek, it's going to be mainly Toadette as well that we have to worry about here with taking out. See what I mean? That magic is just too powerful. It's too strong. Kamek really packs a punch. Not for long, though. At least, not as long as MORE Pauline has anything to say about that. No siree. That one looks like it really hurt for that KO. Yeah, this battle is going to be extremely intense and really down to the wire. And we already only have 2 lives left. We have to try and stay on the stage as long as possible, guys, or it's gonna all be over. Wow, and what do you know? So now with Kamek out of the picture here, that makes it a little bit easier. So now we just have to deal with Princess Peach and Toadette. And that vicious go-kart of hers. That's a real opponent here. Not even just Toadette, but that go-kart. That's the real one. Hopefully she doesn't have it summoned here. And if it's not on the stage, well, that'll make it a lot easier to get rid of her here. So we can redeem Pauline. So close right there. No, let's get back on the stage. Ah, so close, and again, yet so far. So very far. There was no way we were going to be able to make that. But we have one more life here, and let's make it count. You guys want a battle? I'll give you a battle. Come on, Pauline, it's not over yet. This battle's just getting started. Okay, we really have to be careful here now, guys, and use extreme caution. We're almost at 100%. Alright, I need to just keep my distance. That's all I can do right now. Just keep my distance here, and hopefully one of them... Ooh, what do you know? As I was saying, hopefully one of us here, not Pauline though, gets KO'd. Alright, Toadette, bring it! Let's end this battle. With you and that go-kart of yours. Go, minis, attack! Let's mix her up. Come on, Pauline. Yeah, let's just get some distance here. And hopefully this will do it and do the trick. Where you going, Toadette? You thought you could underestimate our power? Think again. With our minis on the stage, none can grab us. None can KO us off the stage. Come on, Toadette. Let's finish our battle. Get back here. Well, that was definitely something. What do you know, guys? Everything paid off there right at the end. And so on that extremely exciting note, that'll just about do it here for everything on my end and conclude this showcase featuring Mayor Pauline of New Donk City from Super Mario Odyssey. I hope you guys have all enjoyed this showcase though from me. And as usual, be sure to keep it tuned right here for all this and much more. So that until next time when we all meet again, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the flip side.